Who is paying Taylormade and Titleist to keep flipping their scripts? I have to know, because imagine telling somebody just 5 years ago, Taylormade's going to bring out a full retail wedge line that is forged, before Vokey does. Oh, and not only that, but Taylormade's kind of taking over a decent amount of the wedge market share. Oh, and just so you know, Titleist is going to have a driver that's actually dominating Taylormade at the same time. I would have looked you in the eye and said, you're a fucking moron. And I don't know where you're getting these takes from, but you belong in a halfway house. So in case you couldn't figure it out, Taylormade officially launched their milled grind 5 wedges today. And while the main attraction here is that they are now forged from carbon steel, there's always more to the story. First up, the muscle pad. Yes, it is lower in the 5s compared to the 4s, but they only did this to try to improve feel. The CGs are exactly the same. Then you've got refined shaping this year, and frankly, I think this is one of the best changes they made. But with that said, everybody seems to be confused where I sit from a shaping perspective. My belief is as the club loses loft, it should look straighter. A straighter club looks like it wants to go further. A softer, more rounded club looks like it wants to be hit high and soft around the green. So the 60 should be the softest shape in the set. With the mill grind 4, I have been very critical of this shape. It's very straight in the top line, in the toe, and the leading edge. And to me, it looks like an iron, not a club that is meant to be opened up around the green. So you look at the 5, much better proportions. Softer top line, a little bit more of a rounded toe and leading edge. I think this is a much better shape. We've also got new grooves in the mill grind 5s, what Taylormade is calling a saw-milled groove. Sounds kind of familiar to another SM groove that I've heard of before, but basically on the edges of these grooves, the radius is a little bit sharper, the walls are a little bit steeper. Taylormade is seeing more spin compared to the 4s because of course they are, and then you also have a new face tread pattern as well, which is what Taylormade is calling a continuous spin tread. As you can see on the 5, it zigzags back and forth continuously. On the 4, it's like individual dashes. And they are claiming a 13% increase in wet weather spin retention with this pattern compared to the 4s. Now, it's still a raw face, so I'm not sure exactly how long this texturing will last. What I can tell you, yesterday, I was hitting some shots and spinning the living piss out of it, but they're brand new wedges, to be expected. 6 grinds this year. Obviously, there's going to be a TW as well, but I don't have it in hand yet. The SC is replacing the SBC from last year. This SX is brand new. Very intriguing. As you can see, it's a pretty wide sole, but Taylormade is not calling this high bounce by any means. And when you actually look at it, it's not. It's pretty flat, a lot of camber, relatively wide. Here it is compared to a low bounce. I mean, you can really see the difference here. The low bounce actually has a higher high point. And so it's kind of giving like a more cambered version of a Vokey low bounce K. On the Taylormade though, you can see it's got that cut back there, and then the angle into the front is a little bit steeper. Maybe that sounds kind of familiar to you. Yeah, it's effectively a K star with smoother grind lines is probably the best way I would describe it. 2 finishes. I've always said I think Taylormade does the best job of the satin chrome, but this charcoal, bro, it is hot in person. Like, not normally a black wedge guy, I would very seriously consider these. Overall, they basically tried not to fuck up the 4s, make a couple nice improvements, and I think they did exactly that.